What's up, YouTube family? I'm back with another video. I want to talk about immigration and all this stuff that's been going on in California that it's just a bunch of crazy. It's just a bunch of craziness. All this looting, rioting, assaulting police officers, burning police cars, like everything that's been going on, protesting against ICE. It's insane to me. And I don't know where to start. There's so much I want to say about this topic, but I did pick a TikTok video that I'm gonna react to soon, and then we'll talk about it. But first and foremost, I just wanted to say, for my people, for the brown people, bro, stop. You guys need to stop. You are making us look so bad. Oh my goodness. You're making us look so bad. The ones with a brain that deserve to be here, that work hard and keep their head low, and by low I just mean do their thing, don't break the law, like you're just contributing to society. Like for those people, I feel so bad for you because everyone else that's on the other side, like they're making us look so bad. it, it's to the point where like I don't know where to start. First and foremost, I just want to begin with, bro, this is not your country of origin. You were not born here, okay, in the United States. You were not born here. How entitled are you that you think you have a right to just cross the border illegally, stay here, and just live your life and do whatever, whether you're living a law-abiding citizen lifestyle or whether you're doing criminal activity, which if you're doing criminal activity, you're already on the side of you should have a first class ticket to going back home, brother. But if you're a law-abiding citizen, actually not even a citizen, if you're not breaking the law, but you're here illegally, you knew coming here that that was a risk that you were willing to take. You knew that. You knew, hey, if I cross this border, there's a chance one day I will get caught and I will get deported. However, I am going to cross anyways to try to live a better life. Now, I completely understand and have empathy for people who make the argument that if it wasn't for my mom or if it wasn't for my dad who crossed the border illegally 20, 30 years ago, I wouldn't have the life I currently have. A US citizen who went to school, got an education, got a good job, and is now working. I completely understand that argument. The the thing that bothers me is you and I both know that people who had done that, like parents or grandparents or whoever in your family who's done that, they knew the risk of doing that. They knew what it was. They weren't like, oh, all I have to do is literally cross the border and I'm set free for life. They knew that they can get deported. They knew that one day their ticket could get punched. That's all I'm trying. That's what I want people to like understand in their minds, that they knew that shit and they crossed anyways. And honestly, I don't blame them because sure, these other countries that they come from, like yeah, they're truly seeking a better life, okay? They want to make more money, they want to live somewhere where there's not much crime, they want a 911 emergency system that works and that's not corrupt. Like I understand all that. What bothers me is, bro, for the citizens, right, that are Latino, Hispanic, whatever, and that are protesting, how are you going to wave your flag in US soil? How are you going to do that? And then I see videos of people burning the flag. That irks me so much, and I'll make a separate video about that, but that irks me so much because you don't understand the sacrifices that people made in this country for you to live the life that you live right now. Try doing that shit in China. Try doing that shit in Russia. Try doing that shit in Iran. like any other place but the United States, could you burn the flag of the country you're at and complain about the laws, policy, whatever, complain, protest, and you know nothing is going to happen to you unless you start breaking the law. You know that. Try doing that shit over there. And what there's a lot of things that bother me because I keep saying and what bothers me the most. But what also bothers me is you've been so coddled living here that you forget how lucky you are to just have the rights that you do, to have the lifestyle that you live, the opportunity that was given to you. Like you take all that for granted because you want all these other people, undocumented illegal immigrants, to come here and whatever, live a better life, bro. Half of the people, I don't even, half is honestly like lowballing it. Most of those people are not these, I want a better life, I want to start a family, raise kids, so I want opportunity. That's not what we're dealing with. A lot of these people, most of these people are criminals. They are criminals. They are not contributing to society. And again, I do feel bad for the individuals who get caught up in the mix, even though they are still illegal and have broken a law, who get caught, who truly are here to live a better life, get caught up in the mix and they get sent back. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, think there should be a system. It's very hard to try to pinpoint how this system would look like. But if there was a system that allows people who truly deserve to be here, even though you're illegally here, to stay, then that would be more suitable. Because right now it's just go back, wait your turn in line, apply, try to get here. And I get that. It takes forever, it takes money. Trust me, I know, because I have family members that live in Peru that want to come here, and they've been waiting for like, I think 6 to 8 years now, for their, their application to get processed and everything. So I truly do know the struggle in the sense of trying to bring family over here legally. But not once in their right minds did they say, you know what, we're gonna say fuck that and cross the border when it was wide open under Biden's administration. Not once did they think that, because they want to come here the right way. And it's a slap in the face for everyone who did wait in line. It truly is. Can you imagine? You did everything right. You waited in line, you paid, you waited years, you learned English, you took the citizenship test. Like you did everything to come here the right way, and then Joe Smo right next to you is just gonna cross and hop. He's just gonna get in here like, oh, that's it. He's in, mooch off of our resources. Like, that's not fair. That is not fair at all. But anyways, I'm gonna get to this video I wanted to play, and then we'll just talk about it some more. First, let me see if I can. There you go.
See, a lot of people feel like being undocumented should be a crime, much like they feel like pineapple on pizza should be a human rights violation. But tragically, feelings and reality are not the same thing. Being undocumented is a civil offense, not a criminal one. Yes, really. Existing in a country without proper authorization is not a crime. It's a violation of immigration law, sure, but in the same way that failing to renew your driver's license is a violation of traffic law. You don't get arrested for it, you get fined, processed, and in some extreme cases, deported. In other words, it's an administrative issue, not a criminal one. And if we were to categorize every civil offense as a crime, then honey, half of the population would be fugitives. Late taxes? Illegal. Jaywalking? Illegal.
All right, time out. Okay, wait. I need the big screen again. Okay, first of all, if you cross the border illegally and get caught, you could be subjected to a misdemeanor. If you get sent back after being caught and you cross again, Now that's a felony. Also, what she fails to realize is Trump, he Trump he announced that this was an invasion, that we have been invaded, which is why we don't need to go thoroughly go through anyone's status of first time crossing. This is a a returner crosser. Like he came back, he was sent back. Came like we don't have to like this due process crap. Like there's no need for any of that because the chief of the United States has declared that this was an invasion, and now we're taking measures to send anyone who's illegal back. There's in a perfect pretty little world she's trying to paint right now. It's she's not wrong in a perfect pretty little world, but this is not that. Also, bro, it has to mean something being born here. So you can't use the analogy of every civil crime could send you back or whatever because this being born here has to mean something. So if you were born here and you decide to do 10 felonies, you just get sent to prison. Why? Because you were born here. Like what are you talking about?
Downloading a movie in 2007 on LimeWire.
Sorry, chat. I forgot to add her back.
Straight to Guantanamo. Now, if someone crosses the border unlawfully, that can be a misdemeanor under Title 8 U.S. Code Section 1325. But once they're here, being undocumented is not a crime. And considering that overstaying a visa is the most common way someone becomes undocumented, myself included, it's even clearer that the system is built on paperwork, not prison sentences. And I just invite you to think about the actual criminals, right? CEOs who commit wage theft, politicians who launder money, banks that crash economies. They routinely walk free while undocumented people are demonized for existing in the wrong place. Weird, right? So to answer your question, I do realize what the law says. Thank you. And it says that being undocumented isn't a crime, much like how loudly stating a bad argument doesn't make it any more true.
Okay. Anyone who listens to her honestly is only listening to her because she's pretty, but she makes absolutely no sense. She thinks she knows what she's talking about, but she doesn't. She's I'm not he I'm really not here to bash anyone. I'm not here to bash her. I think like most women, she's talking from emotions. I think she's just also talking from experience. She said she was also an immigrant or whatever. So I don't think she's rationally thinking. On the same side of that coin, I understand that since I am legally here, and I have an appreciation and love for this country, that I'm also biased towards my side of things and my opinion on this entire thing. Now, I'm gonna try to find some middle ground to everything she said. And for the record, CEOs that commit tax theft or whatever she was saying and all this other stuff, like I does she think that we also like we encourage that? Like we don't. That's also bad. Like if you're committing crime, if you're doing anything illegal, that's bad. Done. But to try to find some middle ground because I'm not a complete monster. I do feel bad and I do feel for families that they're here illegally, but they're not harming anyone, they're not committing crime, they're working and they're just trying to get by. I totally understand that and I get it. In another world, in another universe, if I wasn't blessed with the situation I was born in, would I have crossed the border to try to have for my kids, right? Would I have done that? Yeah. Would I have not wanted would I have not wanted to get caught? Duh. Would I have would I have been protesting right now? Probably. Like, I get it. I get it. At the end of the day, to keep it raw, at the end of the day, this is what we voted for. This is why Trump won. He won off of mainly, there was multiple things, but he won mainly off of his immigration run. What he said he was going to do with the illegal immigration issue, and people voted for that. That's why he won the popular vote. He won the electoral college vote. That's why he won. Okay. You can protest all you want. I'm all for freedom of speech. What I'm not for is when you start vandalizing, looting, assaulting. Like, all those things are degenerate criminal activities, and I do not stand for any of that. This all being said, I love my people. I want the best for my people. I want the best for everyone, but I'm hyper focusing on my people because I'm Latino. Okay, I'm Honduran and Peruvian. My mom is from Peru, my dad's from Honduran, and I was born in Miami, Florida. But I want people to understand that I don't hate my kind. It's not like I see people getting into these ice trucks and I'm like, yeah, them. Like, that's not at all. But this country needs a lot of cleaning up to do. And once we've cleaned up this country, then we can start talking about bringing people in legally through merit. We can start bringing people in, people who deserve to be here. This is the best country in the world. And for people who want to argue that, they're the first anyone who argues that are the first ones who refuse to leave. I want you to let that sink in. Anyone who complains about this country, burns the flag, they will never leave. They won't. Why would you? You're comfortable here. You live the best life you could possibly live here. Where are you gonna go? What you're gonna go to Canada? You're gonna go to Russia, China? Where are you gonna go? Where? Where are you going to go and live the same life you currently live now? Nowhere. And that's just the honest truth. This is the best country in the world. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to have been born in this country. I'm proud that my parents did things the correct way. There's nothing much more to say about that, but let me know what you think. You can leave comments. I reply to everyone. Like I said in my other videos, I'm gonna be replying to every comment. Doesn't matter. And if you don't agree, if you disagree, just leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next video.